Polygon news from the last few weeks, 8 relevant updates, so quite a bit if you're a Polygon holder, and 2 of them are real game changers and extremely important. We'll look at all the news, we'll see where the momentum stands right now, and of course we'll do a chart analysis, all of that coming up now. Welcome to 10x Analytics, your channel for honest, data-driven altcoin and stock analysis. On my channel, it's all about the data. So grab yourself a coffee, relax, and then let's get started. Polygon is an Ethereum scaling network, in case you're not familiar, used for things like global payments. It's up 26.3% in the last 30 days, which is quite a lot. And if you don't know Polygon yet, I have a video here, I'll link it for you. I really explained Polygon in detail there. Now let's take a look at all the news. The momentum is at 55, so it's mixed. 63% of the news is positive, 12% is in the neutral range, and 25% of it is negative. The on-chain trend is rising, which is positive. That means Polygon is being actively used, and the biggest driver of the week, Polygon is pushing its payment strategy forward, but at the same time cutting jobs, and is of course under community pressure because the price hasn't really lived up to what Polygon promises, so to speak. But let's move on to the protocol and tech news. On one hand, we had the Heimdall update here, which improves network reliability, activated on July 2nd, and of course exchanges briefly paused deposits and withdrawals during that time. But it means the update allows validators to work more reliably, source Polygon Labs. Then the second news item, a new update brings a security backup, so the Ithaca update, live since July 29th, adds an automatic failover system. This means the network now recovers faster from problems, source, also Polygon Labs. So here, as you can see, one neutral news item and one positive news item in the protocol and tech area. If you work full-time and want to trade or invest at the same time, I can absolutely understand that it's not really easy, you know. There's so much info, so many altcoins on the market, and if you want a little support there, then join the free 10x Insiders. I do chart analysis there, and at the same time I also have several tools that really support you in your research work and help you gain back valuable time. As I said, it's completely free. You can just join here via the QR code, or otherwise the link is down in the video description. Next up is news on partnerships and integration. The first news item here is that PayPal Dollar is now running on Polygon, so extremely relevant, PYUSD native since July 9th. This means, of course, that a trustworthy dollar coin is moving faster here on the Polygon network, right? News source here, Paxos. Then the payment network finally starts the test phase, so open money stack, right? Preview since July 27th, bundles wallets and bank access, meaning companies get a tool for on-chain money. The source here is Polygon Labs, so Polygon Labs, yes. Then a Japanese loyalty points program, digital money is being introduced. Right, the MOG Act deal live since July 30th converts points from JPYZ coin, meaning everyday bonus payments work partly like money source, hashport. So generally 3 positive news items here in partnerships and integration. What does that mean? Well, Polygon continues to build and is not dead. Then we come to the team and the funding. Here is a news item that is quite exciting but rather negative. Polygon continues to cut jobs, right? July 16th. And here you can already see the company is realigning itself towards the payments business. News also here from Polygon Labs from CEO Mark Boyron. Then we come to the community and ecosystem news. Here we have, for one, the network reaching a record transaction count. 743 million transactions in Q2, so almost over 160% compared to last year. This means, of course, that more and more users are actually using Polygon, the network. News source here, also Polygon Foundation. Then the second news, holders are confronting the foundation because of the price, right? A debate on this began on July 19th, right? The token has been down 48% this year since then, right? The community naturally wants clear answers regarding the token value. I see this a bit critically because ultimately, the crypto market has different cycles. We are in a bear market. Polygon can't help that either. A project can build and develop ever so well, but if we are in a bear market, then let's say these altcoins also lose value because they are, of course, risk assets. So I find it a bit difficult. Now let's get together, go back into the chart analysis, look at where Super stands now, when there might be an exciting entry zone, let's say, but where is the target zone too? The 10x indicator that I use for this, you can also use yourself, by the way. Link below in the video description, or just scan the QR code here. Yes, and here we are in the analysis of the Polygon chart, which was quite exciting. We had, as you can see here, that was on July 16th, exactly. A large red dot ultimately means that we have arrived in an overbought zone. So it's usually many people buying. We get back into a hype phase, an overbought zone, and then a large red dot forms, meaning a possible top formation. In this sense, it was a local top formation here, as you can see. And after that, it was also sold off massively if you look at it, since it was formed almost 16-17%. Here, as soon as a dot forms, the indicator makes a new version. I'm using it right now. It's not live yet, but I'm going to put it live. It creates a target zone, right? It's not a 100% guarantee, but it's a data-based forecast, so to speak. And as you can see, the target zone was hit perfectly. This here is the median, this is the maximum, this is the minimum. And as you can see, we've already reached the range of, around 16%, a bit more drawdown would theoretically still be possible. But we've already seen that it was hit here. What's also exciting is if we look down here, right? We are now slowly back in the oversold zone. So a large green dot might form in the future, which means this is now a possible bottoming out, a local bottoming out. So I'm watching that right now with Polygon, and then it might be interesting for an entry again. If you want to stay up to date with Polygon, then definitely follow me here, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. I do regular updates on Polygon, but also other altcoins, and every Sunday a market update of the entire market, which is extremely exciting. Thanks for watching. Now I'll link another video about Polygon here that you shouldn't miss because it's extremely exciting. Thanks and see you in a bit.